listening to the Art of Homeschooling podcast, where we help parents cultivate creativity and connection at home. I'm your host, Jean Miller, and here on this podcast, you'll find stories and inspiration to bring you the confidence you need to make homeschooling work for your family. Let's begin. Well, hey there, my friend, and welcome to this bonus episode here on the podcast. Today, I want to tell you all about one of my very favorite weekends of the entire year, the Taproot Teacher Training for homeschoolers. Taproot has happened every summer on the first weekend in August for the last 14 years. And that makes this year, 2021, the 15th annual homeschool teacher training. So in the past, Taproot has been an in-person event, but last year in 2020, we went online and we'll be online again this year. We'd love to have you join us for the 15th annual Taproot Teacher Training. So today I'm here to tell you a little bit about Taproot, to fill it out some so that you can decide if this event is right for you. We get lots of questions about Taproot, so I decided I would answer them all in one place right here in this bonus episode. And if you'd rather read than listen, you can go to the registration page at artofhomeschooling.com/Taproot 2021. There will also be some show notes for this episode, which you can just find on the podcast page on my website. And it will say bonus episode Taproot. So just keep in mind that as I'm recording this, registration for Taproot 2021 closes in a week. So the deadline for registering is July 31st. That's 1 week from today, actually, when I'm recording this. So let me just start by giving you a brief description of the Taproot Teacher Training, and then I'm going to dive into some frequently asked questions in case you're wondering some of these same things. So what is Taproot? Taproot is both a live online weekend this year, plus a library of over 25, I think, I don't have the exact count, but a lot of pre-recorded workshops, a full library for you. The live event takes place August 5th through 8th on Zoom this year. That's a Thursday through a Sunday. So we have about 90 minutes online on Thursday and Friday each day, and then a full day on Saturday, and then 90 minutes again on Sunday. So during our weekend together, we're going to explore inner work, rhythm, child development, main lesson block planning for multiple ages. That's something many homeschoolers are interested in, and how to teach with stories. So we'll also have a panel of homeschoolers describing, how they've made this work at their house, right, in their home. And we're going to have breakout rooms this year for conversations, like smaller group conversations with others on this homeschooling journey. And then we have our wonderful, this is one of my favorite parts, we have wonderful giveaways from amazing donors, plus a goodie bag for each of you to have for coupons and all kinds of wonderful deals from a whole variety of different providers and suppliers. We also have lots of fun activities, hands-on activities planned for the live weekend. So the workshops are presented by 12 different amazing educators this year, all of whom have experience with homeschooling or working with homeschooling families. You'll learn from folks who have large families, small families, presenters who teach with an art strength or focus, those of us who have a love of literature, and dads, there's one dad who teaches from a place of his love of nature. So many diverse voices, experiences, and homeschooling paths. Taproot is not about a group of homeschool experts giving you these lofty ideals. This is folks on the ground really tapping into their own homeschool experiences, modeling for you how homeschooling might look, and awakening ideas for you to really blossom into. This year's theme, we have a theme every year, and this year's theme is standing like a tree to help ground us while we branch out. So the live weekend is really a time for you to pause, to notice your strengths, tap into your roots, your center, your branches, all the parts of you and your family, so that you can give to those that you are teaching from a very centered place. So we will have demonstrations of circle time, singing. We have singing, a puppet show for you, storytelling, painting, drawing, recorder, main lessons, handwork. One of the joys that I find from Taproot is that participants over and over again share how wonderful it is to come and be the student for once, right? We're so accustomed to teaching our children, but at Taproot, you get to come and participate as a student yourself. So this is an online experience. It's a weekend to really reconnect with yourself, to learn new skills, and remember your why. That's so important. At Taproot, you'll get to experience all of that, right? And some self-care goodness along the way too, through workshops, making new friends, and so much more. This is also an opportunity to realize how connected you are to a loving group of homeschoolers, and we can then embrace how we need each other, really. This is a movement, right? This holistic, hands-on homeschooling movement. And it feels so good to be a part of something bigger than just what's going on in our own homes. So, who are the participants? We have participants who are brand new to homeschooling. We have some who've been homeschooling a while, but are brand new to Waldorf. We have some who mix Waldorf with other approaches. We have homeschoolers who have been homeschooling for years and are really seeking to deepen their understanding and get some new, fresh ideas, so that your homeschooling this year can really like sparkle and come to life. So our schedule for the live weekend, as I said, we have this weekend that is full of presentations, some demonstrations, and some hands-on activities on, as I said, rhythm, child development, inner work. There's some puppet plays, handwork, main lesson block teaching for multiple ages, and sharing stories. The library of workshops is just overflowing with so many wonderful topics. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that in just a moment. The schedule for the weekend, it's 4 days, as I said. So it's August 5th through the 8th. And 3 of those days are 90 minutes on Zoom. And then Saturday, those times are 2 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern time and in the US. And yes, there are replays of everything. So all the replays go into the Taproot Hub, as we refer to it, as soon after those sessions are over as possible. So we have 3 days that are 90 minutes, and then Saturday is a longer day from 10 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern time in the US. And scattered throughout. So each day, except for Friday, so Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have breakout rooms for small group conversations. Plus you get your library of workshops and all the replays, as I said. So more details at artofhomeschooling.com/taproot 2021. Okay, now I'm going to answer some really specific questions that we often hear. So the first is, when is the deadline for registration and how much does it cost? So the deadline for registering for Taproot 2021 is July 31st. We start August 5th, but that's so that we can make sure everybody is set up to receive everything that you need to be prepared for the weekend. The cost is $247, an amazing deal for all of these workshops from 12 different presenters. And we're really proud to offer scholarships. We gave away 3 full scholarships during the month of May, and it's just so wonderful to be able to do that. We gave one to a single mom. We gave one to a mother who lives in India, and another one to a mom of 6 kids. And it's so much fun. That is a real joy to me. And I appreciate all who contribute to our scholarship fund so that we can do that. All right. How is Taproot 2021 online different from last year's Taproot? Very good question. Both online. So like last year, we are going to be on Zoom due to the pandemic and our commitment to keeping families safe, children and adults. And Taproot 2021 will have both a live weekend, as I said, plus so a live weekend of virtual workshops Thursday through Sunday, August 5th through 8th, plus this library of recorded workshops and interviews from all of our presenters. So about 2/3, actually, I think it's a little more now, of the pre-recorded workshops are brand new this year. Plus, we're bringing back a few of the favorites from last year's Taproot. And all of the workshops for the live weekend are new this year, every one of those. And so you'll have replays of everything, as I said, and you have access to all the replays through March of 2022, next March. All right, here's a question we get often. What if I can't make it live August 5th through 8th? Can I watch the event afterward? Yes, yes, yes. So everyone who registers gets access to both the Zoom link to join the live event, and will have access to all the replays, as I said. So all the recordings you have access to through March of 2022, whether they were live or the pre-recorded library. So you will have plenty of time to watch, to rewatch, to take in what you learn, and let the experience really percolate down to your roots. I love that. This is actually one of the benefits of doing it online. Okay, next question is, how do I get access to everything? So there are ebooks, there are replays, and there are all these recordings. And as soon as you register, you will receive a confirmation email and a link to log in to the Taproot Hub, where you can find there are 2 ebooks there waiting for you already. And those include one from Barbara Dewey, who founded Taproot, the originator of this training. And hers is Homeschooling with Waldorf, Getting Started. And then there's an ebook from me that is Waldorf Homeschooling Simplified. So you get both of those when you as soon as you register. And then throughout the live weekend, replays of sessions will be uploaded as they become available. And then the pre-recorded workshops are going to go live kind of throughout the weekend. So the foundations workshops will be live on Thursday the 5th, and we're going to spread that out through the weekend and into the following week. So, and as I said, you'll have access to everything through next March. Okay. Next question is, are the recorded workshops all new for Taproot 2021? Or are they the same as 2020? And I think I kind of answered that already. All the live sessions are brand new. 2/3 of the recorded sessions are new, and we're bringing back some favorites from last year. Okay, what's in the library of recorded workshops. There is a list over at the registration page of the recorded workshops you'll get, plus the schedule with the topics of the workshops for our live weekend. So you can go and actually read that there, but I'm just going to give you a little recap here because there are so many wonderful things. So our amazing founder of the Taproot Teacher Training, Barbara Dewey, she is doing this year how to do a shadow puppet theater, gardening with children, handwork. She teaches knitting for beginners and form drawing. And she's going to present a wonderful puppet show on Friday night. I will be bringing an overview of language arts and history for grades 1 through 8. And then I am doing 2 mixed age blocks that you could use as is or as a model, one on animal homes and one on world geography. And then Allison and I together are doing the book hearth around one book called Coup by Kayla Noel. And then also my movement games and music workshops are in there from 2020. Rebecca Christie, a lot of the presenters are wonderful Taproot alumni. So Rebecca Christie is doing the math and science overview for grades 1 through 8, and then 2 sample blocks, one on human and animal and the other on botany, mixed age blocks. We have a couple of new presenters this year. Amy Bomberry is also a Taproot alum, and she is presenting a workshop on Waldorf-Inspired learning in a Mohawk immersion classroom. And Nicole Gant is teaching about turning barriers into building blocks for children with learning differences, something that we're really looking forward to adding this year. Amber Sharapov is doing some wonderful handwork workshops, crochet, and a demonstration of morning circle time with a mixed age group, celebrating festivals and crayon drawing. Robin and Brian Wolf from Waldorf-ish and then there's a wonderful new workshop series actually from them that will be a great addition to your movement in your home, movement activities, and it's a learning how to juggle series. Plus we have watercolor painting and chalkboard drawing from them, and last year's 4 temperaments workshops, part 1 and 2, which was a big hit. Jody Messler of Living Music is teaching on choosing the best instrument for your homeschool, and then how to teach music to the 7 to 9-year-old and how to teach music to the 6-year-old. And Ishan Anderson is doing telling tiny stories and how to pick soul books. Plus we have creating intentions from last year. And Joe Maxwell is doing Mother Earth crafts and finding and creating magic moments. Plus, we're sharing his nature study from last year. So, oh my gosh, I can't wait. You're going to get so much goodness from all of this. All right, one last question we often get is, what's the best way to plan for joining the live weekend? And I just want to describe that this year we're going to be on Zoom again, but this year we're going to be in meeting mode, which means that we'll be able to see each other's little squares, which is pretty cool. And we're going to use breakout rooms for small groups. So you'll have the option of turning your camera on or not. You can totally choose joining a breakout session or not. That will be completely up to you. And then we'll have the chat going for comments and questions throughout the weekend. We do encourage you to plan ahead. We love it when parents treat this like a retreat. Some parents even plan a getaway. But if you can, work with your family to, especially for the full day on Saturday, plan ahead to have some quiet time, where you can concentrate on the workshops and plan your meals ahead and all of that. So remember that you get the replays too, so you can come back to anything you miss or even choose to listen again. So that's it. That's all for today. Taproot has just touched so many people, really now at this point, all over the world. And it's become a really, really special event. And like I said, I think it's really helped to forge a Waldorf homeschooling movement. So if you want to hear the story of Taproot, like how this training got started and how it's kept going for 15 years, you can go listen to episode 41 of the podcast. So it's called How Waldorf Homeschoolers Always Find a Way to Make It Work. And you can find it at artofhomeschooling.com/episode 41. And if you have questions, go check out the registration page for more details. So that's artofhomeschooling.com/taproot 2021. And with this amazing, warm, welcoming atmosphere, Taproot has really, truly become a magical experience, no matter where it takes place. The foundation of commitment to helping you find ways to make homeschooling work for your family in your home has really been there from the very beginning, and it carries through to this day. Even when we're on Zoom, no matter where we are. I've witnessed this over and over again about how the acceptance, the friendships, the hands-on experiences within this amazing supportive community can really give you the confidence and strength that you need to continue learning and growing and bringing hands-on homeschooling to your children. I hope if this is the kind of experience, if this is an experience that's calling to you right now, that you'll come and join us for Taproot 2021 online and let this amazing experience become a part of your professional development as a homeschooling parent. So thanks so much for tuning in for this bonus episode, and I will see you next time. Bye for now. That's all for today, my friend. But here's what I want you to remember. Rather than perfection, let's focus on connection. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Art of Homeschooling podcast.